Hello, everybody. Sorry for the delay. We were having some technical difficulties, but welcome to this week's What's on My Plate. Once again, my name is Shakoy. I am the Youth Program Coordinator here at Frontlines. And let's get started right into our first activity. So, this week we're going to be talking about how technology can actually give us anxiety. So, for our first activity, you'll need your kit. You see this piece of paper on the front of your kit. Just going to pop that off for me. So what you're going to do is take this piece of paper and you're going to fold it in half. You're going to fold it in half. So the objective is that you're going to start by, with this paper in half, you're going to start by writing the sentence, I have the right to feel safe and be healthy. Okay? And then when you hear a buzzer, you're going to stop writing and flip the page over to the next side and start writing your first and last name on that half of the paper. And then once you complete writing your first and last name on that half of the paper, you're going to turn it back over. And then you're going to start writing the sentence again from where you left off. Actually, you're going to start over again. Okay, so I'm going to explain it one time. One more time. So on the front of your kit, there's a piece of paper. And you're going to rip it off. You're going to take that paper and you're going to fold it in half. On one half of the paper, you're going to start writing the sentence, I have the right to feel safe and be healthy. And then when you hear a buzzer, which I'm going to show you an example of in a second, you're going to flip the page over and start writing your first and last name on this half of the paper. Once you're done writing your first and last name, you're going to flip it back over and start writing the sentence again on this half of the paper from the beginning. And then every time you hear the buzzer, you must stop writing the sentence and start writing your first and last name. And if you hear the buzzer and you're still writing your first and last name, you're going to start over again. Start writing your first and last name over again. And once you finish writing your first and last name, you're going to continue to write the sentence, I have the right to feel safe and be healthy on the next half. So give me 1 second. Let me get the buzzer. So that's going to be the sound of your buzzer. Okay? Okay. So now I'd like you guys to start writing the sentence, I have the right to feel safe and be healthy. And again, when you hear the buzzer, you're going to flip the page over and start writing your first and last name. And when you finish writing your first and last name, you're going to start writing the sentence again. So begin. I see some people in the chat. What's going on? So we're starting our first activity. So if you guys received the kit, there's a sheet of paper attached to your kit. You're going to take that paper and use that for your activity, and you're going to fold it in half. So on half the paper, you're going to write the sentence, I have a right to feel safe and be healthy. So you're going to start writing that sentence, and when you hear a buzzer, you're going to flip it over and write your first and last name on the next half. Once you finish writing your first and last name, you're going to flip it back over and then start writing the sentence, I have a right to feel safe and be healthy, again on the piece of paper. So, and every time you hear the buzzer, you'll stop, flip it over, write your name, and then flip it back over to continue writing the sentence. You're going to try to write the sentence, I have a right to feel safe and be healthy, as many times as you can. Do you understand what's going on? Okay, so again, we're going to begin. So you start writing the sentence. I have the right to feel safe and be healthy. When you hear the buzzer, you flip it over, write your name, then flip it back. And once you finish writing your name, you flip it back, and then you're going to start writing the sentence over again. So you hear the buzzer, and then you repeat the process. So y'all can start writing the sentence. That's the buzzer, so flip it over and start writing your name. When you finish writing your name, flip the paper back over and start the sentence over again. And the buzzer is going to be random, so you guys might want to write quickly. And that's it. So for those of you in the activity, I know you're trying to write the sentence as much as you can, but the buzzer kept going off. So how did the buzzer going off make you guys feel? If you did the activity, you could write it in the chat how the buzzer going off while you're trying to complete a task kept on going off. Anybody could share how it made them feel. Or how many times did y'all get to write how many times did you guys have to write your name? Did you ever get to finish writing your name or the sentence? And if you guys were started writing quickly because the buzzer tried to speed up, how did writing your name change throughout? So did it start neatly? Did it get messy at the end? Or did it stay neat throughout the whole time? Or was it messy both times? Hey, thank you, Joe. Yeah, so basically that activity was just to show how, let's say, our cell phone going off so much times, and while we're trying to complete a task, how anxious and how annoying it really can be for us. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start cooking. So give me a second while I wash my hands, and also gonna fill up a pot with water and put that on the stove as well. So I'll be 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So now for the cooking portion of today. In your kits, you should have got some pasta. Since I'm showing you guys this demonstration, I have a pot on the stove that's already boiling. So I'm gonna go drop this in real quick so this could get started. Okay, and also in your kit, you would have got onion and garlic, tomato sauce, salt, garlic powder, oil, as well as black pepper, and some chicken. So what we're gonna do is first you will put your pasta to boil. My pasta is already in the pot, starting to cook. So next, what I'm gonna do is chop up my garlic and onions. So first, take your onion and chop off the ends. Here you go. Your onions. Then you're gonna chop it up into. You're gonna chop it up real fine. Let me get a small bowl for this. So now that you chopped up one whole onion, you're gonna have some garlic. About 3 cloves of garlic. So you have the whole head, 3 cloves. The ends. Smash. And then I'm going to chop our garlic fine as well. Clean up a little bit along the way. So now, we're going to take our chicken. Take our chicken. And we're going to chop our chicken breast into cubes. They don't have to be fine cubes. It could be different sizes, but just just try to get them some bite-sized, even manageable pieces. Something like that. Okay. So now that's all chopped up. We're going to season this chicken. We're going to season it with our black pepper, our garlic powder, and our salt. Mix that all up. Now that we're all prepped, I'm going to wash my hands and then I'm going to have y'all join me over by the stove. See y'all in a second. Okay, so we're back at the stove. We're gonna start with our chicken. To high and allow it to heat up. So while that's heating up, I'm gonna have you guys open your can of tomato sauce. So y'all can start doing that. And also we have our pasta on the stove. We don't want it fully cooked because we are gonna cook it in our sauce as well. So it should be good right now. What we're gonna do is strain it. So while you guys are waiting for your pot to heat up for your chicken, go ahead and open up your can of tomato sauce and also strain your pasta. So I'm gonna do that as well, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my cans open, my pasta is strained, still waiting for my pot to heat up a little bit. Once it heats up, we'll be ready to go and start this cooking. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start by drizzling the olive oil into the pot. We're gonna take our chicken, start cooking it. We're not gonna cook it all the way through though. Then we're gonna remove that from the heat, add in our garlic and our onions until they start to be soft, add in our sauce. When it begins to boil, we're gonna reduce it, add back in our chicken and pasta, and let that all blend together nice and well. And boom, we're done. So my pot is nice and heated. So I'm gonna do for you guys. So I'm gonna take the olive oil and just a little bit in the pot there. And make sure it's nice, the pot's nice and evenly coated. Boom. So now I'm gonna take my chicken. So just remind you, we're not fully cooking our chicken at this step. What we're gonna do is just color. The juices start to no. So right now we just added the chicken to the pot with the oil. So right now we're just making it turn to a nice white color. And when it starts to cook and turn color, we're gonna remove it from the heat. So we're not gonna cook it fully. Right now it's still. So right now it's still a pinkish color. We're gonna wait. We're gonna cook it for about 5 minutes till it turns to. So as you guys could see, hopefully kinda, all our chicken has turned, oops, all of it has turned to a white color. So what we're gonna do now is, give me 1 second. We're gonna take a container and we're gonna remove our chicken from the heat. So go ahead and take your chicken out of the pot. Okay, so our chicken is removed from the pot. It's removed. There's nothing in our pot now. So now we're gonna add our onion and our garlic. Okay? So we're gonna add this to the pot. And we're gonna sweat these out until they're nice and soft. This is how it's looking in the pot right now. And then we're gonna sweat them out so they're nice and soft. Make sure you scrape everything around in the pot to get all the flavors of everything that's been in it. So the chicken and the onions and garlic. And the kitchen's gonna get nice and fragrant now, and that's why you want to smell. So, and then we're just gonna let this soften up for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so now I'm gonna take our can of pasta sauce, and we're gonna add it to the pot. So what you're gonna do is gonna take your can and you're gonna fill it up with water to the top, and you're gonna add that to the pot as well. Right back as I go do that. Then mix it around. So it should look like this right now. Okay, I don't know what happened. Sorry, guys. You're gonna mix it up. You're gonna turn your burner a little bit higher. What you want to do is you want to bring your pasta sauce to a boil now. And once your pasta sauce gets to a boil, what you're going to do is reduce the heat to let it simmer. And once you do that, you're going to add the pasta into it and add back the chicken to your sauce. And then make it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. And we're good to go. Now we're just waiting for our sauce to come to a boil. Waiting for this to start boiling. So again, once your sauce starts to boil, we're gonna add in the chicken, then we're gonna cover it. So while it's cooking, we're gonna go back to our last activity and come back to the stove to see this beautiful product that we made. So just waiting for the sauce to start boiling right now. Okay, so my sauce is starting to bubble a little bit. It's almost there. Hope yours is at or along the same stage as mine. So I'm gonna show you guys. That's my sauce starting to bubble. I wouldn't say it's at the boil yet. I would still say it's at the simmer. So I'm gonna wait for it to, bubbles start popping faster. So when your sauce starts to boil, you're gonna put it down to about medium low heat. So the medium low heat would make it simmer, and once it starts to simmer, so like my stage now, my pot just started to boil. So what I'm gonna do is lower it down to a medium low heat, so it can still keep the simmer. And what you're gonna do when you lower the heat, you're gonna add in your chicken. So I'll show you guys. I added in my pasta and I added in my chicken. What you're gonna do now, you're gonna give it a good mix. Mix it all up together. Just give it a so everything. Then you take a cover and put it on and let. So I'm gonna go get a cover for my pot. And I'll be right back with you guys to go over our last activity for the evening. Got my cover. I'm gonna show you guys what my pot's looking like right now. So you're gonna give everything to incorporate together. And then everything mixed up together. Take my cover, cover my pot, and then that's gonna do its thing for about 10 to 15 minutes. So while that's doing its thing over there, I'm gonna come back over here. And now this is basically our last activity. Is basically a discussion. So we just go more in depth with our topic, which is technology anxiety. And basically what I do is I just talk, give you guys facts about it. If you guys want to chime in, ask me any questions to know more, or if you guys want to share what you guys know about it, feel free to use the chat. And then yeah. So technology anxiety can affect anyone in all settings, regardless of gender, class, social economic status, religion, ethnicity, race, or culture. If you have access to technology, this can affect you, period. So technology-related anxiety occurs when a person feels fear or anxiety due to the interaction with a computer or any technology source that does not present a real threat. So yeah, it can happen in private or public, anytime, anywhere. So it can occur in individuals when newly adapted or they're introduced to a new technology that causes frustration and tension because of difficulty or incompetence. So someone introduced, so say you get a new cell phone, you start getting frustrated because you don't really know how to use it, so it could frustrate you, and that's where the anxiety could stem from. So it results in a decrease of use or an increase in anxiety when using the device or computer, phone, whatever. Physically, your face could become pale, lose color, or your skin becomes flushed and starts showing red. Your body temperature. So I have a question. Is the pasta supposed to be a lot or supposed to be little? It's supposed to be a pot's full. So it could serve like a good 3 to 4 people. So yeah, going back. So your body temperature could increase, decrease. You may feel a burning sensation on your face, ear, neck, scalp, or shoulders. You may feel tired all the time, dizzy, lightheaded. Heart may be pulsing or racing while using the technology. Um, you may have a lot of energy all the time and can't relax. Mentally, it becomes difficult concentrating. You have short-term memory loss. You fear of losing control. Frequent feeling of being overwhelmed, or that it's too much to handle. You have difficulty learning new information, and underlining other anxieties can affect you. That's basically all I have written out for my spiel. Anybody have any questions or want to discuss the topic more? So again, the pasta is the pasta sauce supposed to be a lot of little. The pasta is supposed to be so it's supposed to be enough sauce to cover your pasta. So your pasta should be fully coated. And yeah. So what we're gonna do, I know it hasn't been the 15 minutes yet, but we're gonna go back over and check on our pasta. Make sure to give it a mix. It's looking good. It smells amazing. So I know I said 10-15 minutes, but you really just want to finish cooking off your chicken with the sauce and the pasta. So make sure your pasta is done to a consistency that you like and enjoy. Some people like it dente, some people like it a little bit softer. So cook it to what you enjoy, and just make sure your chicken's fully cooked, and you'll be good to go. So what I'm gonna do is try a piece of chicken to make sure it's fully cooked. So my chicken's fully cooked. So this is the final product. The bottom of your pot is not supposed to be burnt. It is not supposed to be burnt. So this is how mine turns out. My chicken's fully cooked. Everything's nice and good. Bottom of my pot's not burnt. Everything comes smoothly. I don't know if y'all can see that. I couldn't see what I was doing. My apologies. But yeah. So let me get the angle right. So boom. And here's my final product. Let me plate it out with you guys. Give me 1 second while I turn off the stove and plate some up. Okay, I am back. Sorry for that. Did you add all the pasta sauce? Yes, I did. I used all my sauce. I put my whole can of sauce in, and I filled it up to the top with water and added that in as well. So here is the finished product. Ta-da. That's a one-pot chicken pasta. Excuse me for the take-on container. Some of you may not know, Frontlines is in the process of a move right now, so it's the best I could do. So let's give this a taste. Bon appetit, guys. It's hot, so you might want to cool it down a bit. Amazing. So that's it for this week's, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed. We'd love to have you guys next week. Have a good evening. Enjoy your dinner. Take care, guys.